Be sure to check out my friend Mason's shop at nomadautoimports.com. He's also on Instagram and Facebook as Nomad Auto Imports. Support him, check out his site, see if there's anything you're interested in. Hey guys, Yoda Code 43 here today with another tour and drive for you. Today I've got the chance to check out this 1993 Honda Beat. A JDM market car imported by my friend Mason here at Nomad Auto Imports, located here in Flint, Michigan. This car is currently listed up for sale at $11,900 at his website, nomadautoimports.com. Make sure you check it out. He's also on Instagram and Facebook under the same name, so give him a follow and some likes. Check out his inventory, see if there's some stuff that you might be interested in, or he can definitely help you find something from Japan you might be interested in to import yourself. So the Honda Beat is a mid-engine rear-wheel drive 2-seat roadster called a K car in Japan. And a K car effectively meets certain size and engine size and horsepower regulations just to fit into like the small spaces and parking spots in Japan to help with, well, space control, because it really is a premium in the cities of Japan. This car was built for 5 years, from 1991 to 1996. For the record, it's really hard to tell the size scale of this car through the camera, but I mean, compare it to the Toyota MR2 sitting next to it. It's pretty small appearing. The body design for this car was done by Pininfarina. I just learned that in the last few minutes here, and that's pretty interesting. It's a pretty stylish little sporty car. They were built in Suzuka, Japan. And then the engine is Honda's E07A M-Trek inline 3-cylinder. It's 656 cc's and it's 64 horsepower, and this one has a 5-speed manual in it. Total length of the car is under 130 inches. Curb weight is only 1,675 pounds. It's mind-boggling how tiny this thing really is. Check out some of the various details around the car here. Do a little run down the side. You can see character lines and then the rear air intakes here behind the doors. These door handles, for scale, 2 fingers wide, maybe 3, depends on the size of your hands. Little side markers in the fenders. And then this one actually has a ground effects kit on it as well. You can see the side skirts there. And then it has this aggressive front lip spoiler that hangs under the front bumper. Without it on here, I'll show you a picture of what a standard one looks like without the front lip on. They sit really high in the front. So now I'm going to take a moment to show you under the frunk. But it's not really a frunk because, well, there's not actually any storage under there. So your release is down here. Sound of the doors there. Sound pretty good. So it's a clamshell style in that it opens forwards. And really, you have the spare tire under here. You have your fluid checks for your brake fluid and your clutch fluid here on the, well, to us, the passenger side, but the driver's side in the case of Japan. And then you have the tire jack stored down here as well, your washer fluid, your radiator fill, and the radiator itself is actually underneath the spare tire on an angle, and there's a baffle from the front grille that forces the air up into it. Let's click down. This car also has this really cool aftermarket hardtop on it. I've actually learned that this particular car no longer has the soft top mechanism at all, so weight savings. It's got a plastic rear window in it. Super lightweight fiberglass unit. Nice little spoiler on the back too. In fact, I don't think I've seen pictures of these without a spoiler, though I'm sure it existed. So now we'll check out inside the engine bay quick. And back here you have to use the key to get in. Simple as that. Not much really to see. Battery stored in the trunk, which is small. You could probably put 2 grocery bags in here and that's about it. You have another coolant reservoir back here, and then, yep, that's the engine down there. So you have your oil check, oil fill up top, and a small fuse box, and that's about all you can do from back here. That's it. But this 3-cylinder engine actually has, so like I said, it's called M-Trek, and I'll show you because it says inside the driver door what that stands for. So M-Trek is detailed right here. Multi-throttle responsive engine control. And it has 3 independent throttle bodies, which allow this engine to make pretty great power for how small it is. I mean, 656 cc's and it makes 64 horsepower. That's something to say for that, because it doesn't have a turbocharger or anything like that. And if you look at the dash here, the little dash pod, hard red line is 8,500 RPM. Hopefully we'll actually get to check out that kind of revs and see what it sounds like. I hear these are pretty exciting sounding. Has a cool aftermarket Nardi steering wheel in it, leather wrapped, very nice. It also has aftermarket seat covers, because normally the seats in these have like a zebra pattern on them. I'll insert a picture here so you can see. Has a leather sleeve over the armrest as well, giving a more premium feel. And then, yeah, it's a fiberglass roof. Fits pretty good. You actually have some storage space on the rear where the top used to go as well. Speakers are in the dashboard facing directly at you, and then there is a little speaker between the seats as well. Power windows in this car. The switches work inverse of how you'd think. You'd push up on them for the windows to go down, you pull on them to bring them back up. 5-speed manual, like I said. HVAC controls are pretty simple and clearly laid out. Dials and then buttons to indicate where the air is going to go. This is an air-conditioned car as well. Gauges are really simple. I mean, you have a couple of warning lights over here, and then you have your temperature and fuel levels, tachometer in the middle, and speedometer on the right in kilometers. And that is verified miles, kilometers on this car, 22,000 kilometers. And then the thing I've noticed about Japanese cars that's kind of standardized to, say US market cars, is that the key still goes in on the right side of the steering wheel. And then the pedals are still in the same orientation. Gas on the right, brake in the middle, clutch on the left, and you still have a rest pedal. The only thing that's really different is that you have your wiper controls on the left in this car, and then your signals and high beams are on the right instead of the left. So those are backwards. Takes getting used to. The first time I drove a right-hand drive car, I remember mixing that up. And then I also want to talk about the fuel door. It says push lock, but how do you open it? It doesn't just open from out here. This is the factory fuel door, from what I can tell. It actually has a release right here, and you pull on it. So right now it's locked. You pull that lever, pops out, and you pull, and there you go. Fuel right there. And this is a car that does require premium. And then you're locked. Clever. Like I said, repeaters on the side of the fenders. Standard halogen bulbs all the way around. This was 1993 after all. Actually, I didn't note the muffler. It's a very tight package. I mean, it's coming right off the bottom of the engine and coming right out the back. That's about the best they can do with the space they've got. I'm going to show you that it's a pretty tight fit in here. Turn those off. Okay, here we go. I'm in. Barely. I do fit. Curious how it's going to be to drive. Hopefully we can make it work. All right, so we're finally out for a drive in the Beat. Will it start? No problem. Oh, don't want to copyright music. Okay. Gotta find the seatbelt. Okay. E-brake off. Somewhere there's reverse. Yep, super snappy throttle. Go at an angle, try not to smash the bumper. I can see why that entrance to the gas station you said would smash it. Only my second time driving a right-hand drive car. And it's exciting. And it's probably the second slowest thing I've ever driven, apart from my diesel Rabbit. As you can see, there's not a lot of space in here. Go right. Okay. You go wherever you want. See, it's also really easy to just start in second gear. I'm not perfect at driving it, but I'm a lot better than I was before I started filming. Gears are insanely close together. I mean, we're in fifth, doing 2,500 RPM at 30 miles an hour. Oh, this way? All right, we're going. It's a friggin' go-kart. There's no sense of quiet. There's like no insulation in this car because it was a budget fun car. It'll do about 40 miles to the gallon at, well, low speeds. This way or that way out? Okay. Don't run into me. I'm driving a small car, but I feel like I'm gonna die every second I'm in this thing, and it's hilarious. No power steering, but it doesn't matter because it weighs so little. It is hard to believe this has like 15,000 miles on it. It's crazy. All right, gonna have a little chance to give it the beans. I'm gonna wait till after that car though, because it's not fast. Here we go. And we're doing 55. Oh man, it's a blast because it handles so well and you're super low to the ground. You get next to a regular American pickup truck like this one and your face is at the headlights. It's kind of terrifying. All right, this time we'll actually go to 60. Wait for it, okay. Midway through fourth, we finally hit 60. It's probably 12 seconds, 13 seconds to 60-ish. That's my guess. I'll look it up and I'll make sure to post it on the video. We're gonna get a little flyby of the Honda Beat here. It's so small, look at it. It fits almost between the yellow lines in a parking spot, a regular sized American parking spot. That's funny. Tight turning radius. Really cool look.
And he probably went by doing like 65.
Hope you guys really enjoyed that. That was super cool. The little Honda Beat is one of the most fun things I've driven in a while, and it's tiny and it's slow and it sounds amazing, and that's all that matters. Hope you're enjoying my videos, and like, comment, subscribe, and suggest other cars you want to see on the channel. I'll be covering more vehicles from Nomad here over the coming months, and hope you guys enjoy them. So we'll see you next time.